Hello there and welcome to Ion Port. It is proudly brought to you by West Blue Consulting, Ghana Oil Company Limited and Ghana Community Network Services GCNet. Now, proud media partner is the Business and Financial Times. Now, this week is very good news for the Port of TEMA and its baby, the Meridian Port Services. We are going to tell you why. Also, Ghana Oil Company Limited, our very proud sponsor. We will tell you why they are being celebrated all over the country and in the sub-region in a very short while. In the meantime, though, by June 2019, the Port of TEMA would have been extended and expanded. It's been done by Meridian Port Services, and that operation is supposed to start just under 6 months away. So they have begun sensitizing stakeholders who would have a role or two to play when that terminal commences operations by June 2019. The board of directors of MPS, including the board chairman of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, who also doubles as a member of the board of MPS, Mr. Peter McMenu, as well as the chief executive officer of MPS, Mohammed Samara, have engaged the Ghana Standards Authority and the Food and Drugs Authority, their board of directors and their CEOs, to let them know what is coming up just by next year.
The leadership of MPS, including the board of directors and senior management, accompanied by the director of TEMA Port, Edward Kofi Osei, have held a stakeholder engagement with board of directors, chief executive officers and senior management of Food and Drugs Authority and Ghana Standard Authority, two major regulatory agencies that are engaged in the inspection and certification of standards of goods at Ghana's ports. The FDA and GSA, together with Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, were the three main regulatory agencies that were given the mandate to examine or inspect goods through the Joint Inspection Directive given by the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. It was for this and many more reasons that the management of MPS deemed it necessary to update the organizations with information on ongoing activities and progress of work of the TEMA Port expansion project. Chief Executive Officer of MPS, Mohammed Samara, described the maritime industry in Ghana as increasingly growing and therefore requires modernization of its infrastructure to accommodate anticipated evolution.
The quay wall itself cannot take the weight of a monster, a massive crane to be fitted on it. So the only solution was to expand the port itself.
The MPS boss explained that the newly expanded terminal will allow TEMA Port to attract larger volumes of cargo, which is currently the trend globally. He said this is what informed the drafters of the expansion master plan through the initiative of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority to embark on the magnificent ultra-modern facility. The MPS boss said the port, which would be able to handle 2 million TEUs, is poised to serve the whole of the West African sub-region through transshipment services.
The port is not just built to cater for the growing volume or economy of Ghana. Also, we want to play a role, in West Africa and become a bridging point for the flows into the neighboring countries.
The board chairman of GPHA, Peter McMenu, who also doubles as a board member of MPS, acknowledged the significance of the regulatory agencies in monitoring the goods that come through our ports, but urged them to perform their duties without compromising trade facilitation.
Food and Drugs Board and Standards Authority play a key role in standards that we expect into this country by way of cargo. We don't have to import food that will come and damage the good people of Ghana. You have to secure that at the ports. But at the same time, the importers want speed and timeliness and delivery, because that would increase their costs if there are delays. If you look at the system and the operations that is envisaged by MPS, it takes into account all these so that eventually the importer is happy and satisfied with the turnaround of his business.
The GPHA board chairman also touted some of the benefits anticipated with the impending port expansion facility. According to MPS, the entire 3-bed project is about 60% complete. However, to commence operation with the first 2 beds, engineers are over 75% complete to allow the project commence its operations by June 2019. He added that apart from the benefits that will be bestowed onto the port operators, Ghana's economy is even more positioned to enjoy from the facility.
And our vision is to try to capture 500,000 TEU, which is the smaller ports, transship them. Some ports, they are too shallow, like for example, Douala, they have 7.5 meters. Some ports are too small. Lomé is a much smaller port. We want to let the mothership come to us, discharge everything, and the smaller ship sends the container to Lomé, and not the other way around. The mothership go to Lomé and send the bigger volume to Ghana. Then the cost becomes higher to the shipping line because they're transshipping the bigger chunk in Lomé rather than transferring the smaller chunk into Ghana.
Led by the board chairman of GPHA, accompanied by the director of TEMA Port, Edward Kofi Osei, and the CEO of MPS, the heads of the regulatory agencies were taken on tour of the facility that is expected to commence operations in about 6 months from now. During the tour, CEO of MPS revealed that by 22nd of December, 4 ship-to-shore gantry cranes and 8 rubber tie gantry cranes would arrive into Ghana ready to start working on the expanded TEMA Port site. He said by March 2019, all the cranes would have been ready to go live, and then training and recruitment of operators would follow. The board of directors and senior managers of the Food and Drugs Authority as well as Ghana Standards Authority expressed total surprise at the level of progress of the project and appealed to MPS to consider providing sufficient space as stations for their institutions in order to help them conduct their duties effectively.
So we have to feed us into the system, give us enough space so that we can bring in enough people to cope with the volume coming in.
So feverish preparations for June 2019 when the expanded version of TEMA Port begins operations under the supervision of Meridian Port Services, and that engagement, stakeholder engagement going on over there. Again, staying on Meridian Port Services, which is under the Port of TEMA, that particular company has been ranked number 19 out of 100 companies that's been done by the Ghana Investment Promotion Council. It was held here in Accra.
Meanwhile, Meridian Port Services, which is a terminal operating under TEMA Port and made up of a consortium of companies including Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, AP Molo Terminals and Bolloré Africa Logistics, has been named number 19 out of 100 best role model companies in Ghana at the 17th Ghana Club 100 Awards held in Accra. MPS is currently undertaking the TEMA Port expansion project, which will see Port of TEMA being expanded to 3 times its current size. The first phase of the project is scheduled to be completed by June 2019. Ghana Club 100 membership and rankings are determined among others through the following 3 main criteria. One is size, measured by each company's turnover. Another is profitability, measured by 3-year average return on equity. The third is growth, measured by 3-year compounded annual growth rate. Weights are given each criterion to determine overall rankings. This year's event focused on technology, innovation and entrepreneurship, opportunities for growth and job creation, as well as investment. This year's Club 100 initiative aims at serving as a springboard for forging partnerships between Ghanaian and foreign businesses, showcasing the country's industrialization potentials, gaining support from governments for enhancement of the competitiveness of the corporate sector, and developing open information within the corporate sector. MPS was positioned mainly behind companies in the telecom, mining and oil and gas industries. MTN was adjudged number 1 company in Ghana, while GOIL came second. The terminal, which is owned by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority and its private partners, say they will change the face of doing business in West Africa by the time its ambitious expansion project will be ready in about 6 months from now.
Now, still on that ranking, the Ghana Oil Company Limited, our own Ghana Oil Company Limited, and as I have always been saying, if you don't buy from GOIL, seriously, I don't know where you buy from. And GOIL has been adjudged or named the second best company, only after MTN, second best company in the entire country out of 100 best companies.
The leading oil marketing company in Ghana, GOIL, which continues to make great strides in the oil marketing industry, has been named the second best company in Ghana at the 17th Ghana Club 100 Awards listings. MTN was adjudged #1 company in Ghana. Companies making it into the Ghana Club 100 are to serve as role models for the private sector and provide a forum for corporate Ghana to interact with the government at the highest level. GOIL, through its board headed by Kwame Nabatel and management led by Patrick Akoli, has seen tremendous improvements in its operations over the years. Currently, GOIL is the benchmark for petroleum pricing in Ghana. At every price window, the entire industry waits to see the prices that GOIL will fix before they also set theirs. GOIL continues to provide quality service to customers by ensuring that customers get value for money when they visit GOIL filling stations. GOIL has acquired a mobile laboratory van fully equipped with a RASPEC fuel analyzer used to analyze fuel delivered to all GOIL retail outlets to ensure they comply with the highest fuel specifications. In order to reduce human interventions and ensure effective monitoring of sales activities at retail outlets, GOIL has equipped all retail outlets with retail price automation systems and automatic tank gauging systems. GOIL is currently ISO 9001:2015, which has to do with quality management system, and currently going through the process to upgrade to ISO 14001:2015, which has to do with environmental management system. In addition, GOIL has over 350 service stations across the country. GOIL was adjudged the Petroleum Company of the Year in 2017, which is the third consecutive time by Chartered Institute of Marketing, Ghana. Therefore, GOIL's recognition as the second best company out of 100 companies at the 17th Ghana Club 100 Awards goes a long way to confirm their superiority in the oil and gas industry. Delivering the keynote address on behalf of the President, Deputy Finance Minister Kweku Kwarteng touted the achievements of the government for the past 2 years as a pillar for economic growth. He said the paperless ports, whereby one needs no further physical examination before clearing goods, as well as the reduction of agencies operating at the ports, are part of initiatives to create a friendly business environment.
The implementation of the paperless port system in the country's seaports is yielding positive results, significantly increasing revenue on imports over the period. Its implementation has also minimized corruption of the ports and simplified processes, making carrying of goods less costly and less time-consuming.
GOIL is also contributing immensely to the port and maritime industry by establishing marine gas tanks to fuel vessels, thereby attracting a lot of vessels to the Ghanaian waters for bunkering.
So we say a big congratulations to GOIL, and they are saying, particularly the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Patrick Akoli, and the board chairman, Honorable Kwame Nabatel, they say they will never rest. They will continue to do a lot more to make people who patronize GOIL enjoy the best of services.
The nation's foremost indigenous oil marketing company, GOIL, has rewarded more than 800 customers who accumulated points through the purchase of GOIL products over the past 1 month through its mega promo, Efie. GOIL, in October, launched the promo to reward customers who patronize GOIL products through an instant win and also a monthly accumulation of points. At an impressive ceremony to reward the top customers, George Koran won the monthly ultimate prize of 1,000 Ghana cedis worth of fuel and a weekend stay for 2 at Coconut Grove Hotel. Alex Axu, GOIL Chief Operating Officer, commended the winners ranging from private to commercial drivers who come from various regions across the nation for showing total commitment to the GOIL brand.
The national character of this promotion is shown in the diverse backgrounds and locations of the beneficiary customers, some of whom are here with us today. From Asante Mampong, Hohoi, Tamale, Bonre, Ofanko, Ashiaman, to Sapeman, Ebuakwa. These customers, made up of private and commercial vehicle owners, have shown total commitment.
He assured customers that, apart from the 800 beneficiaries, over 1,700 more customers will receive rewards in GOIL's next 2 rounds of ultimate reward giveaways in December and January 2019.
In the Efie promotion, which will run till January 2019, every customer benefits. So it is not a raffle or a game of chance. apart from the instant rewards that thousands are receiving countrywide, customers who accrue the highest points will get the opportunity to be rewarded.
The Chief Operating Officer of GOIL said his company will continue to offer value for money services to customers, getting the right quantity and quality of fuel purchased.
Now, away from all of that recognition, the Ghana Police Service says this week it's the Police Week.
The TEMA Regional Police Command, in collaboration with the TEMA Port Security, Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Armed Forces, Ghana National Fire Service have embarked on a walk in the TEMA metropolis to commence this year's Police Week celebration. The week is set aside for the police service to engage the public and also encourage public partnership for the common good of competent security service.
And our public engagement is so, and I'm station, to the watching activity, there's your. Please, I said, what do you want? Into a friend or Police Week celebration.
TEMA Regional Police Commander said the police force, in their transformational agenda, is making efforts to strengthen the nation's security through partnership with the public.
Baba embark on a walk through the principal streets in TEMA. Now, yeah, corona, yeah, chicha flyers. Flyers, educate public, on basic security issues. AFABM, child protection, any road safety measures.
In the area of maritime security, the Marine Police Unit has proven to tighten their performances through a number of innovations and programs.
Iron Port returns after the break.
Hello. Good morning. This is Samantha Wendy. I am sending a purchase order from SA2 Ventures International. Our policy for new supplies is 2 containers to start with, but you must deliver within 30 days.
Don't worry at all. I'm going to get you the 4 containers within 30 days or less. Bye.
To get his pineapple slices from his country to his clients overseas, Mr. Appiah and his representatives have to complete a number of regulatory compliance procedures to various international trade stakeholders.
Hey, Baba, what's going on? Get it right? I mean, how? Hey.
Using single window, Mr. Appiah has completed all his international trade procedures through one portal. He has registered his company information, applied for the necessary permit, certificates and licenses, and all that remains is for him to get a text alert for clearance and movement of goods. And that's how simple facilitating international trade could be in a single window environment. You can offer competitive services to your trading partners in China, America, even here in a simpler, faster, and cost-effective way. Single window, the only way to Ghana's economic growth is in our hands.
Here's innovation from GOIL that takes you further. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and GOIL has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. GOIL. Good energy.
Welcome back from the break. Still watching Iron Port, and coming up next are local news and activities around the ports and maritime industry next up on your screens.
The president of the Association of Custom House Agents of Ghana, ADJUDGED, has entreated members of the freight forwarding fraternity to maintain integrity in carrying out their duties. He made this admonition while assessing the paperless system during a one-year review forum in Accra. The president of ACHAG said he is pleased with the progress that has been made by the paperless initiative, saying it has reduced cost and improved the ease of doing business. ADJUDGED admitted that although there are some challenges associated with other stakeholders in the paperless system, some responsibility should be taken by freight forwarders. He revealed that some illegal practices of fellow freight forwarders make the system cumbersome and impossible for the trade community to harness the full benefits of the system.
This brings me to the point of my own people. I must confess, we have been a great stumbling block to achieving the 50% mandatory inspections. I can cite examples of my people who have been arrested for misdescriptions, non-disclosures, and in some cases, misapplication of HS codes.
He asks that regulatory agencies should endeavor to put in place adequate punitive measures that would deter potential culprits.
Those arrested should be severely punished and publicly shamed. Alternatively, those who are regularly compliant should also be highly motivated to rope in others to do same. I also highly recommend strengthening of intelligence network at the port.
He said the behaviors of some unscrupulous agents eclipse the reputation of the good law-abiding ones. The president of ACHAG urged importers to consult reputable agents so that they would never fall in the hands of the wrong ones.
While saying this, we also encourage importers that please go to properly furnished offices. Let's stop just seeing anybody walking by the roadside or holding a bag and you think that at times they even negotiate duties and charges as if you are buying tomatoes on the market.
He urged the freight forwarders that once everyone does the right things, the state will retrieve its due revenue and importers would have faith in the system, which would in turn bring more business to the industry.
Whether we like it or not, it goes against all of us. So I'm taking this opportunity to also advise our agents, the clearing agents, please let us organize ourselves better, let us get offices, let us manage our businesses. This job, whether you like it or not, there's some money in there. Yes, I mean, we have to be very frank. It's a service area, it's an area that we can make some money if you're able to organize yourself better.
BELMET 7, a fabrication company located inside the port of TAKORADI, has successfully completed the construction of the widest suction pile ever to be built in Ghana within the span of 2 months. A loading exercise recently held saw a 400-ton crane lift the suction pile onto a low bed, which was conveyed to the wharf where it was lifted onto a vessel for development offshore. The suction pile is to anchor a flow line into the seabed to help the oil drilling and exploration at the Jubilee Field, Talo, Ghana. Loic Chatau, General Manager of BELMET 7, revealed that the massive equipment, which was built by Ghanaians, is 15.5 meters high and has a weight of 122 tons.
The suction pile was built inside our yard for Tulo, Ghana, built from June this year to end of August. Okay, so it was 2 months and a half job, done 100% by Ghanaians. And now it's going to be loaded out onto the vessel. So we were waiting for the vessel to arrive into the port to perform this operation. The suction pile is 15.5 meter high, 8 meter diameter, 122 ton.
Speaking to the media during the load out exercise, Mr. Peter Amumbediako, a marketing and public affairs manager, GPHA, made it known that the suction pile would have been imported from Singapore at the TAKORADI port with a vision of becoming a world-class port capable of providing all needed services, gave room for BELMET 7, an able local company, to construct the massive equipment.
The significant thing is that these things were manufactured by Ghanaians at the port of TAKORADI. Hitherto, such an equipment or such the seabed equipment would have been manufactured either in Singapore or Aberdeen and would have to be imported into the country.
He said such collaborations with local companies do not only place TAKORADI port at a world-class standard, but also saves costs for the country.
So the manufacturing that is going on here has saved Ghana a lot of money. That's helped us to reduce costs in the exploration and production business in Ghana.
International port news next.
Liberia has become the first ship registry to be admitted to the Maritime Anti-Corruption Network (MACN) as an associate member. The Liberian registry is comprised of over 4,325 vessels, aggregating 157 million gross tons, representing 11% of the world's ocean-going fleet. MACN is a global business network working towards the vision of a maritime industry free of corruption. Established in 2011, MACN has grown to include over 100 members globally. Seafarers across the globe can look forward to higher wages as international bodies reached an agreement on an overall increase of 4.5% of minimum wage for an able seafarer. Following 2 days of negotiations, the International Transport Workers Federation and the International Chamber of Shipping convened in Geneva at the Joint Maritime Commission Subcommittee on Seafarers' Wages to review the International Labour Organization's minimum seafarer wage. COSCO Shipping Ports and PSA Corporation have signed a memorandum of understanding for the addition of 2 new berths at their joint venture terminal in Singapore. With the launch of the 2 new berths, COSCO PSA Terminal will be equipped with 5 mega vessel berths, increasing an annual handling capacity from 3 million TEUs of the current 3 berths to about 5 million TEUs. The new berths, like the current 3 berths, will be supported by automated yard technology at Paseo Panjang terminals, allowing for more efficient berthing arrangements and enabling the terminal to increase productivity and greatly enhance its service capability and quality. The new berths will strengthen TSP's presence in Singapore and support the needs of COSCO Shipping Group with the advent of mega vessels and mega alliances in the shipping industry, the company said. Athens-based ship owner Diana Shipping has signed a time charter deal with Hong Kong-based BG Shipping for one of its post-Panamax dry bulk vessels. The company's 93,193 deadweight tonnage bulker Alchemine was hired at a gross charter rate of $11,500 per day for a period of 11 to 14 months. Alchemine, built in 2010, started working for BG Shipping on November 21. Diana Shipping said that the employment will generate around $3.8 million of gross revenue for the minimum scheduled period of the time charter. In a separate statement, the company said it commenced the tender offer of purchase up to 4.16 million shares of about 3.86% of its outstanding common stock, using funds available from cash and cash equivalents at a price of $3.60 per share.
Here's innovation from GOIL that takes you further. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and GOIL has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. GOIL. Good energy.
Upper schedules of vessels like the COSCO Shipping, those at Anchorage and those expected in the coming week, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rate are all next on your screen. And that's it for this week's episode of Eye on Port. Thank you for watching the program. I have to say a big thank you to the entire crew, particularly Kadafa, Zelenis Thompson, Mariska Opoku, and Martin Minter for supporting the production. And also particular thanks go to the executive producers of the program, Abena Sewa Opoku Fosu and Esther JB Donko.